Well, I grew up at Scottsdale Bible Church. I went to a couple of short-term missions trips while I was in high school. And really there is when I became envisioned, at least at that young age, for what it would look like to minister cross-culturally. India is considered the largest unreached country in the world. 1.2 billion people live in India, so 1 in every 7 people are from India. It's a very eclectic nation filled with many people groups, and 0.3% of those people would be considered evangelical Christians. And so there's no thriving church there. In our city, there's a red light district, which is home to over 10,000 women and children who live in this vast brothel network of 3 to 4 story buildings over several blocks with groups of women on the corner. A lot of desperation, a lot of need there. Women who are owned, women who are there because their husbands have lost their jobs and they have no other way to make money for their family. When we visited and got to know some of the women there, God made it very clear that He wanted us to fight for their freedom and to introduce them to Jesus, who could ultimately be the one who sets them free. And so now our team is starting a freedom business, a cafe and bakery. We will be hiring women from there and teaching them how to bake and educating them, teaching them math. And one of the first things is teach women how to write their names so that they can sign their first paycheck. Also providing counseling and spiritual development while we teach them how to bake and become employees in our cafe. We have the business plan in place, a 30 full-page document, and we're at the point now where we're raising capital. And then once we're off the ground and running, we can start hiring women from the district. We can start making our product and pray and hope that it will be a sustainable business that will grow and that we can scale so that we can free more and more women and give them financial freedom, but also spiritual freedom as we tell them about Jesus. And so that's where we're currently at, and we're thankful for all of our supporters and all of our networks that help sustain our work. The generosity, just living in a developing world is complicated, it's hard. India is very dirty, it's polluted. Many days we can't even see the sun. And when I see 10,000 women trapped in slavery, I think about how Jesus is not okay with this. And that He desperately wants to reach these people. And so I always want to encourage anybody to think about, what does it mean for you to be a part of changing some of the injustice and some of the evil that we see happening in our world? What does it look like for each person to explore that with their hearts and see what God is calling them to do in that? I can think of no other thing greater to be thankful for than Jesus and the abundant life that He provides us. My name is Grant, and this is my story.